Joy, back with another banger. Are you getting ready for school? I am so excited. I've been working away. I should be enjoying my summer, but that's not how things are going down as much. So I've been thinking about the top 5 things that I'm going to do the first week of school. These are some of the things that I just can't live without. And so my classroom, those of you who know me, know what my classroom looks like. And for those of you who do not, I have 100% alternative seating in my classroom. So it's like when you enter my classroom, it does take a moment to take it all in, because it could be a little overwhelming. Hey, it is what it is. So for me, and these are things that work for me, and I'm a 7th grade middle school teacher. I teach ELA. So for me, you just cannot walk into my classroom. That's not how it works. So the first thing they do, they have to line up outside my door, and I greet all my students at the door. You just can't go. My classroom is not designed like that at all. So the first thing I have to teach them is that I'll greet them at the door. I want to have some type of tape or something. So I want them to know they have to line up in two rows, and before they come. So that's day 1. They're not walking into my classroom. I really don't like to assign seats because it's an opportunity for the kids to explore. So I kind of have like a room tour. I explain the purpose of the room, and of course I tell them that I'm so excited to be there. I want them to know that I'm happy to be there. I'm happy that they have an opportunity to experience a teacher like me, because it is a show. And so I just want them to know how thankful I am for them. And sometimes I let their parents know, thank you for sharing your child with me. Am I perfect? By no means, but I do love all my children, all of them. There may be 1 or 2 apples, but you know, we're not talking about that. But I want them to know how excited I am for the new year, which I am. I'm ready to go back to school, and I have about 4 more weeks left. And I let them know how excited I am. Do a room tour. I explain the things around the room, how my room came to be. But before I do any of that, I'll allow them to choose their own seat. So I'll allow you to choose until I have to choose for you, period. Okay? But before I say anything, I'll greet them at the door, tell them find a seat, and I don't say one word, not one word. And they have a chance to take the room, and I just say look around the room, you know, get a feel for everything, just observe, because my room is busy. So then I say, what do you notice? What can you infer about me, the teacher? So it's a little thing. I think I got it off of TPT, and I loved it. They don't realize they're learning inferencing skills, deeper critical thinking skills. I'm like, no, okay, you see the plant, it's not about the plant. So I have this real plant here. What does that mean? What does that say about me as a teacher? Dig deeper, not surface level. So they are diving in, and it's a fun activity. And then I let them speak among themselves about what they can think, what they can infer from this, that. And so it's a fun activity. I think it's called Investigate the Teacher. And I think it has a little paper. So that's the first thing. This is part of my first week. The last day on Friday, my kids start on a Tuesday. So that Friday or that Monday, we are doing a book tasting, because we are promoting more reading this year. Book clubs, independent reading, silent sustained reading. I'm going to start with 10 minutes, then increase every month by 5 minutes. So the book tasting either happens that Friday or that Monday. And then that first week of school, we do email etiquette. Baby, you have to know how to send a proper email. And so that's a whole little lesson. And then I have a job fair. I show them real world application. I think I got it off of TPT as well a couple of years ago. It's for jobs in my classroom, but they have to fill out an application. And I said, this is what it looks like when you go for a job. So my kid's about 13 years old, 12 going on 13. And so some of them have never had a job. So, but by the time you reach 8th, 9th grade, you will. So they get that application. They have to write about themselves. Why should I hire you for this position? What skills do you have? And I was like, just because you may not have a job, there are things that you've done that will qualify you for this job or something that you're passionate about. And we do interviews. And so those are the top 5 things that I do every year. And of course, procedures and stuff like that come into play throughout the whole school year. But those first few weeks are vital with establishing your norms for your classroom, and you got to be consistent. But those are a few things that I do with my class that are non-negotiable. And then sometimes we'll set up a notebook, and I'll let them do an about me page. Therefore, I can find out things that they like, their learning styles, things that they like to read, and I try to include those in my book tasting. So they find out a little bit about me. I find out a little bit about them. I don't do too many games, but I want them to communicate, and then I show them how to communicate appropriately. And sometimes I'll even give sentence stems just in case they don't know how to respond or reply to someone else's response. So those are the things that I do the first week of school. And of course, there are lots of other things weaved in there. But I'm super excited about this new year coming. Leave in the comment section below, what are some things that you do that first week of school? I don't want it to be test. But no, I'm getting like informal assessments, and they don't realize it because it's a whole bunch of fun. Even I'm gonna do a literary analysis where they have to read a spooky story, and then they have to analyze the story, but it's an escape room. They don't realize it's a lot of fun. So they don't realize that, you know, I'm really seeing how much they know about, you know, literature and figurative language and all those other fun things, and the plot diagram and all that stuff. I want to see what they know, so therefore I have a baseline of where to go and what groups, how to group the kids. So that's another thing I'm doing. And I'm doing a grammar thing, but I do that every day. And we're gonna start our year off with, and I'm moving on to other things, but we're starting our year off with The Outsiders. And I'm super excited. Yes, and the school has that book, so it's been approved. Although that's fiction, I want them to buy into reading, because that's a story that will grasp a reader's attention. So that one is to hook them in. So gotta hook them in first and have like those free writes and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to this year. So let me know some things that you can't live without your first week of school. These are things that you know that works. Maybe you'll give us some other ideas. So leave it in the comment section below. And good luck to your 2021-2022 school year. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the wonderful things you do this year. Bye, y'all.